Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover from one that sent shockwaves across social media platforms, especially for younger rap fans, when official reports hit the web that Eminem became the first rapper in US history to cross 50 million pure albums sold. And if you are confused on what this means, we'll expand on this in a bit, and we'll also be exploring some of the most hilarious reactions to this milestone so far in a moment. Today we also have more on the Cool J and Eminem collaboration that suffered from leaks, Murdergram Doe, and we got some early reactions to explore. More on this momentarily. And today we also have more from DJ Quik, and if you recall, he made headlines back in June when he called Eminem the best rapper alive. And we got to hear some hilarious stories from DJ Quik from his interview on Drink Champs, where he shared some stories about working with Dr. Dre, Eminem and 50 Cent during their peak in the early 2000s, including his contributions to albums like The Eminem Show, Get Rich or Die Trying, and Eminem's Encore, and we'll get to this later. And today we have more from Big Sean following the release of his new album Better Me Than You. So starting with Cool J featuring Eminem on the song Murdergram, it has finally officially released, and to be honest, this release was hurt by leaks. However, it has opened to reactions like, is it exactly the same though? I don't know, maybe you need to listen with better speakers or headphones. I listened to it when it leaked, but I didn't like it much. I just re-listened on Spotify now. It is pretty cool. M's flow in the middle of the song is nice. They sounded pretty good. Not the kind of song I'd love and listen to much, but it is cool for what it is. And users on the web right now are struggling to tell the major differences between this and the version that leaked, since Cool J said this back then in an interview.
I gotta ask, the leak that just got put out there, was that AI or was that this Eminem and you was real?
I can't believe that's a terrible. Yo, that's so bad. It's not AI, bro, but
okay, I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure.
It's not AI, but it's not official. It's not the right version.
Okay.
They just be over the top and just people just be dabbling and just I don't even know why even do that. It's like, calm down.
People are assholes, that's why.
Like, they just want to, they just walk it all in the kitchen and touching the rolls before the shit is done and, just all up in the pots. Keep the food ain't ready. You know how your grandmother slap your hand and shit when you try to put the pots early? That's how I feel about these dudes. Like, man, just cut the shit. But it is what it is. It's not AI. It's a real joint. It's a real joint.
Okay.
But there's
we'll did it at that. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And some are disappointed by the fact that it seems that nothing changed. I really like Murdergram Duo, except Eminem's second verse. First half goes hard. I was hoping we'd get a different version, but nope. It is the exact same as the leaked one. But what are your thoughts on this collab, especially from those of you who are hearing it for the first time? Share your thoughts in the comments, as right now you can find split reactions between these two. Good song, it is already on repeat, and on the other end, it is cool, I guess, but I don't think I'll listen to it often. And moving on, a recent report sent shockwaves across social media, especially for younger hip-hop fans. When this hit the web, Eminem has now sold over 50 million pure albums in the United States. He becomes the first rapper in history to reach this milestone. And just to be clear, this doesn't include his collab albums and also his soundtrack albums like 8 Mile. With those included, Eminem is already on the verge of 70 million. And before we get to the shocking reactions and saltiness that this has caused on social media, for those who don't know what it means by pure albums, this means the 50 million figure doesn't include C's and T's, that is, streaming equivalent album sales and track equivalent album sales. These equivalent album sales metrics were created to convert streams and digital song downloads, since in the new generation of music, traditional album sales have been on the decline and pretty much non-existent for rappers of this new generation. So Eminem hit 50 million sold to customers as album sales. And boy, the reactions have been quite the spectacle, seeing as we saw recent reports misleading hip-hop fans like this that combined singles and album certification to put Drake at #1 for rappers. A disingenuous report because one album sale is the equivalent of 10 singles sold. And by this flawed representation, if we flip it off traditional album sales alone, by this logic, it would put Eminem at over 500 million sold of pure sales alone. That's not including Eminem streams or song downloads. And boy, quote, rap fans on Rap TV are losing it. I'm convinced his numbers are fake. No one listens to him, but yet he stays setting streaming records. I never hear his music played anywhere. Not in the club, not in the store, not in people's car, not at parties, nowhere. If it ain't the middle-aged white person, people aren't playing it. I genuinely don't understand where the numbers are coming from. And this is hilarious because, first of all, pure sales got nothing to do with streaming records, and this user is basically getting ratioed by multiple users on IG with takes like, because you know what every person on earth listens to, right? Oh, they kept going. Cultured people listen to him, and it seems like you are in the minority of uncultured swines.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
And the comedy continued. Some users have got their brains fried by the streaming era, as we got bots getting blamed. Bots of course, when this report is about traditional album sales, also known as pure sales, and some have concluded the people have audacity to say Eminem is washed. A washed Eminem can eat your 10 favorite rappers alive. And this got hip-hop fans buzzing also on X.com. And people on Twitter will still sit there and try to tell me he's irrelevant and nobody cares, lol. Numbers don't lie, lads. While on the other end, the seething continued. He's whack and far past his prime. Stay retired. This is said all while the death of Slim Shady holds the record for biggest hip-hop opening in 2024 so far, and 50 million pure albums sold got nothing to do with opinions on if Eminem is past his prime or not. The facts don't care about how we are feeling about Eminem at the moment. The numbers don't change because of current narratives. And for some context, since we also saw takes like Drake is coming for this record soon. As for Kendrick, he will never break anything besides being jealous of Drake's success.
Incredible. That shit was funny. It was funny as fuck.
Now, this user may be trolling, but let's clear the air. The gap between Drake and Eminem when it comes to this is nothing short of monumental, as Drake's reportedly moved less than 13 million pure albums, that is including collab albums in the United States. So basically, single releases like the Eminem Show and MMLP, each one on their own, already got Drake's career in the United States covered when it comes to pure sales. So there's that. And just like King Crooked said in the past about how Eminem can still get people excited for lyricism, check this out. This is such an incredible accomplishment and an overall win for lyricism. And this is an achievement that no rapper is touching, since the industry has already moved on to streaming. And moving on to the next point, before we get to DJ Quik sharing some hilarious stories about the early 2000s working with Dre, Eminem and 50 Cent, Big Sean's new album is out now, and early reviews from fans are quite positive, as some believe it is time to put an end to that Big Sean narrative that's been on for some time now. I really like it. I'm sick of people pretending Sean is awful. I don't think he's the GOAT or anything, but come on, he's been making solid albums since like 2016. This one has some solid tracks on it, and it is good to see someone in such a good place. And Big Sean looks to be having some fun, as we even got to see Big Sean on IG Live trying to pull off that Drake duck face.
I'm gonna do the Drake face. I'm just talking shit.
And speaking on Drake, this video has made the rounds on social media as users believe they have finally found Drake's real accent.
You could make a bit of a statement where like we have our connects, we have that Janae song, but like it would be nice to have like 3 joints in that vein of like, oh god, like Drake, that wasn't just a fluke, you know what I mean? I want to like establish some. So if there could be like a base, like something dark underneath this shit, I think this shit reminds me of that like shit reminds me of like some that shawty.
And this sparked some heated and polarizing think pieces about Drake that we won't even get into in this video. And moving on, we got to hear quite the story from DJ Quik on Drink Champs about working with Dre and Eminem, and apparently his drums were present on the Eminem show and encore. Check out a snippet from Drink Champs.
You didn't get no credit on the record.
I didn't want none. Who cared?
Okay, just making sure.
Hey, but I helped with a lot of records with Drake. I'm on My Dad's Gone Crazy. I was in the studio when he was doing Choke Me, Spank Me. That's my drums. No, nigga, Satisfaction. When I gave Dre them sounds and left, Dre just put them all to work. So he'd be like, Quik, you busy? No, what's up? I'll go to the studio and he'd be like, even the booth and shit, that nigga be like, oh, no. And I'm like, look, I'm getting chills just how it sounded in the studio. I was like, what the fuck is that? And he was like, your drums you gave. I'm like, bro, look, I'm still getting chill bump. The way he made them sound.
Crazy sessions,
bro, you don't understand. They were unreal. Like, I should have stopped drinking just to be more present in the motherfucker. Right. I know it wasn't gonna last forever. But, you know, that fucking watching Eminem mix encore and shit, and this stripper bitch knocking me over his equipment and shit. We both go falling. And Eminem was like, Dre! Get your man, Dre. I'm like, damn, it's not me, it's her. Badass Puerto Rican, get this badass Puerto Rican drunk bitch off me. Drunk titties.
Is it true you did the drums on Get Rich and Die Try?
In the club, I can't do it, it can't be done. And yeah, those are my drum sounds. Cause I knew nobody had them that clap, that snare. That cause everybody was using the one that came with the MPC 2000. The biggest example is Right There by Chingy, you know. The dude, that little sound, that snare. So when I gave him the drum sound that was like it but more beefed up, it went on.
But over to you guys. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy content like this. See you on the next one.